It is a gift of the seasons that these trees trained around this metalwork, currently leafless, lacking in any greenery at all, will in a few weeks' time be full of life. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't some life that we can't capture right now, including this burst of colour from this lock. Now, the red of this lock, I think, really stands out beautifully against the browns and the greens of this tree trunk. Let's see how we can capture that, do it justice on our smartphone camera. So just framing up, this is the detail that I want to focus on, this red padlock just here. And that colour red, it does stand out so well against the browns and the greens of the bark on the tree, but also the hints of blue in the sky. But it's a very messy shot, obviously. The subject is far too small in the frame. So let's just punch in a little bit with a 2x zoom. And that's better for sure. Still a bit messy, still a little bit messy. So I'm just going to punch in one more time to the 4x. And now this may be a bit of a digital zoom on here, but I don't mind it so much more, and we might just lose a bit of quality, but I think for online social media, this is going to be great. Now, at the 4x zoom, we can see really very clearly what the subject of this picture is, and it is this red locket, and it does stand out so vibrantly against the blue sky and the brown trunk. And what's magnificent is that the sun is just peeking through some of the clouds, and it's just creating some highlights and also a shadow on the right hand side, which is kind of almost creating the other half of the heart shape. I really like how striking that is. Now, what I'm also going to do is just adjust the angle at which I'm holding my phone. I usually like to try and keep everything true and horizontal or vertical, and I've got the spirit level on my phone to help me do that, just a little wavy line in the middle. But I'm going to artificially tilt my phone, so I'm going against what the spirit level is telling me, but instead I am making this trunk appear as though it is a true vertical. I don't know how this is going to look, but let's see, because it is a bit of a jaunty angle. And then let's just level it up again. And I'm positioning the locket on the intersection of the rule of thirds lines. This that top corner, just where those lines cross, seems to work quite nicely. But what I can do is maybe if I try the bottom, it looks a little bit messier, but it looks as though the heart's sort of looking up to where the sun is, which is a different story tell there, but I like it. All right, so I'm hoping that we've taken some shots here. They're going to be able to give that locket a little bit of love. Let's see. This is the wider angle view of the locket that I was trying to capture against the tree. And well, while the red of the locket does stand out, it's really fighting for attention against all of these other elements. We've got the trees, we've got the buildings, we've got a lot in the foreground too. That means that it's not the most successful shot. The sun was dancing behind the clouds as I was trying to take an image of this locket, and this one, it was firmly hidden away. It's created a shot that feels a little bit flat, but what I like about it is that it feels moody, it feels contrasty. Love is hard work sometimes, and this locket here feels as though the red has been a colour pop against an otherwise sort of monochrome image. I think I could grow to love this take. The sun peeked out behind the clouds at just the moment that I took this image, and it's done a couple of marvellous things. You can just see some highlight there against the red on the lock, just on the top right. But what's really striking is the shadow that it creates behind, this heart-shaped shadow that complements the shape of the lock itself to create the wonderful, wonderful focal point here. What I also like is the fact, because we are zoomed in a bit, we get some real depth as the tree branches behind are slightly, well, quite a lot out of focus. And also we get the blue of the sky behind as well. There is a lot to love about this image, and I'm very pleased with it.